Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. That's great. Will it keep me walking backwards? It does. It's the little things. It really is the little things. That's amazing. All right, so I can go up to there, but I just dropped down here, right? Okay, so I guess I go up. Wait, what's the M? What was the M? Did I already do that? I'm gonna apologize. I get very lost in these games. We're only about 20 minutes in though. Oh, ow. Butthole. Don't be a ding ding. Oh, ding ding. Oh, wait, is the, oh, Jenga. There we go. Yeah, exactly. But doom, 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 doom. Yeah, the ability to press a button. Oh, yeah, I did go this way. I remember. I remember. Dang, I got a good amount of energy. I have no idea where I'm going, so. Bang, bang. All right, so this is where we are now. I can go to the right, and it looks like I can go downward from there. Could be wrong, though. It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Get wrecked. Ow. Don't be a butthole. You're gonna do it, huh? Oh, what's up here? Did I go up? Oh, I think I went up there. That's right. I came from up there. Oh no, this was the area that I seemed like hate, I think. Oh yeah, I forgot I can run. That is a really cool looking statue though. Run! I'm gonna have to claw to play this game. Okay. So maybe that's not the way I go. Let's see, where is... Maybe I didn't look in the last place well enough. Ouch. It exploded. Guess I can't kill those. Nope, go down. It's very precise for that down thing. The down evader. Go down the down evader. Ouch. Okay, so there's the save. Doom 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 doom. Oh, okay. So it's blue. I can just see it. Okay. I was not seeing the map correctly. Now I understand what I'm looking at. 100% my fault. Okay, so this is where I was. I'm just going to save it again. We're fine. Because reasons. Okay, now I see. The blue is the uncovered. The pink is where I've been. Hi, Roller Lass. How you doing? How's the house stuff? Oh no! Alright, well, mistakes were made there. Those were my light source, apparently. Oh, I put my fist in there, right? Yeah. Missile reload. Oh, okay. I'm good. Yeah, having a fun time playing this Metroid game. I guess I don't want to kill those because that's my... It's the way I see stuff. Oh no! Oh no, death. Don't die. No! Does saving refill my life or no? All that did down there was refill my missiles. I guess I could I'm a little scared. Not gonna lie to you. Ah! No! I guess I could this should be here. Yeah. Missiles? I don't want missiles. I want you to heal me. Oh, Jenga. That's the opposite of healing. There's a little bit of health. I'm just back to where I was. Oh, all right, I see you. Thank you. Seems like I can blow up part of this wall. Give me all the explosions. Whee! All right. Whoa. What? What's that do? Nothing? Okay. Oh, can I not kill those? That's cool. Maybe with the missiles. Yeah, how's the house going, lass? Alright, so I'm here. There's a save up there. I guess I could work my way up there just to... Do they keep coming out of there? They do. Okay, that's good to know. Ooh, health. Thank you. The moonwalk is pretty cool. That looks like I can go there. Okay, that's where the save is. All right. Yeah, happy new month. Dang, March 17th. That's pretty soon. I have jury duty on the 21st. It reminds me I have to tell my work about that. Not as exciting as a birthday. Oh, geez. They delivered me a table, but I didn't get the standard legs. Oh my gosh. That's fun. I don't even think I can go this way. That looks like it's gonna hurt me. Oh, I like shot its wings off. Go. Whoa. Well, I'm about to die. Cool, cool, cool. This is fine. Ow. Oh, I could try to heal from here, though. Come on. Thank you. Come on. Come on. I believe in you. Ooh, yeah. Missile. One to heal. I'm going to be saving a lot because I have no idea what I'm doing. I did. So far, it's very good, Sega fan. The movement is fine. The jump is like fine. It feels heavy, even though it's floaty, which is really weird, but I guess you're in space. But I'm enjoying it so far. I was surprised at how fast they, oh, geez. I was surprised at how fast they started giving you items. But I guess it makes sense. Like getting my, my missiles and my morph ball, missiles, all that stuff. All right, that's good. Yeah, but it makes sense for progression purposes. It's very, whoa, very cool so far. I just get lost in these types of games. Oh, you doo-doo head. Yellow door? What's the P door? What's the dot? Oh man, now I gotta find out what that dot is. Yeah, stop it. Can I jump up there? Doo-doo. Whoa. All right, slow down, Turbo. Wonder if I can... I don't know if it's better or worse than I expected. It's pretty. It's super pretty. So yeah, oh wait, how do I... Is it this? It's, the movement isn't quite what I didn't expect to have to hold a button to run. That was unexpected. I would say overall, I think it's a better overall game experience than I expected. There's little things about it that I'm very impressed by. The ability to have a button to change your aim is really cool. The fact that they give you the option to change your button configuration is insane to me for a game of this era. Like, why is that not more normalized? So yeah, I think overall, I think it's better than I had expected it to be, which says a lot because people say so many amazing things about this. Oh wait, I don't know if I want to go up there yet, yo. I want to uncover this little square. Let me uncover. Oh, it's a green door. Okay, well at least I... Yeah, it's... They have some really cool... Charge beam. Okay, now is it going to be the P doors? Do I use the charge beam for the P doors? Does that remove my... Yes. Oh, and I can moonwalk. They gave you a lot of options. I'm just very impressed. The sprite work, of course, is amazing. So is this charge door? Or is yellow? Maybe it's the P doors or charge doors. Okay, so it's not these. So maybe it's... Let's go try a yellow door. Yeah, the game is beautiful. All right, P door. Oh. Yeah, this is Super Nintendo last. Huh. I thought for sure charge was gonna get me through one of those doors, but guess not. Wonder how high is that? Oh, that's really high. Let me climb. I feel like when I don't want to bounce, there's got to be a a way to time these to bounce. It's probably not the way you're supposed to get up there, but I bet there's a way to do it. Okay. Anyways. Okay, so charge beam doesn't get me through there. So I guess I can try to go to the right. Missile refill. There's a door I couldn't go in. Yeah, because right here. I really thought charge door was gonna get me through this. Or the charge shot. Joke's on me. Wow, it's windy. Whoa, the animation is so good. All right, dude, I'll get the thing there. Okay, to the left. That's where we came from. There you go. Up. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm not so proud that I need to try to do all the things by myself. Like, I think if I was somebody that streamed full time, I would probably not want tips because I'd have more time to play games, but I don't really have that luxury. So I'm not opposed to tips, that's for sure. Power bombs, open yellow. Super missiles, so I don't have either of those yet. Okay, thank you. Let's go. Iframes. Oh yeah. Oh, this doesn't hurt me. I thought for sure this was gonna hurt me, but maybe charge beam opens this. No. Huh. All right. Whoa. Get wrecked. Okay. I like that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, now I'm stuck in yellow land. Oh, there must be a thing up there. No? Ah! No, hit that! Okay. No! Ow! No! Oh, it gave me health though. Stop it. No! You butthole. No! Stop it! Oh, is it always gonna be that side? Maybe I'll stay over here. Now he's gonna switch it up on me though, watch. Or it, whatever it is. No! Crap, okay. Moonwalk cursed me there. I guess that's not why it's automatically on. No, that's like... Alright, I need to be more prepared. We got this. Alright, we got this. Ouch. No. Ouch. Oh my gosh. Scared. No! Alright, that was unexpected. Fudge. Alright, so it's gonna be over there. Fart tickles, let's go. No! All that for health I didn't need. We got this. What? Okay, it's over there now. Good to know. Oh, missiles? Okay. That's good to know. No! Alright, well. Oh, I can also just duck, so that's nice. Ouch. Good to know. Okay, so this time I should be able to hit him with missiles. Hooray! That wasn't bad. Bleep, bloop, blop, bloop. Whoa. I like that you could slow your fall. Super missiles. Super missiles is green. Green doors. Like to save, please. Ah! Knocked enemies out of the ceiling. Super missile? Yep. Okay. I see you. Alright, I'd like to save. Where's the... Oh, it's up to the left. There's probably a save point. Oops, down here too, but... I wonder how I get more super missiles. I don't have the ability to open P doors yet. Whoops. Alright, don't have P doors yet. Oh, I have to fall through to get there. I keep double tapping a direction to run like it's Shinobi. Is this the save? No, all the way up. Okay, they drop super missiles. That's good to know. I like that a lot of the enemies just glitch out in weird patterns. They like don't know what to do. Alright, let's go. Oh, it reminds me I should change my... This should say Super Metroid. Oni! How you doing, Oni? I gotta use the restroom real quick. All right, for real. Okay, so we saved. Now we can drop down. There was a green door, I think, all the way at the bottom. Ouch. About to die. Wait, how did that work? Oh, because I got hit. That's why. That's good enough. Hey, health. Take that. I think the green door was down here. Yep, upstairs was the P door. Rocket Sauna, welcome in. Yeah, I just got out of the hot tub, exactly. Well, 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 well-ish. How you doing, Wellesley? Happy Wednesday. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, I must get like a double jump for that. Ooh, those looks like spikes. Oh no. Stop it. Stop it. Guess I should. Oh, Jenga. Guess I should be able to heal here. Good enough. Oh no. I feel that. I do this probably too often. What were you doing up so late? Ooh, super missile. Yes, please. Yeah. Get glitched in a weird corner. Ah. Whoa. All right. I don't know. I feel like those are going to fall on me. What's up there? Like, why is... Oh, the way I need to go. Got it. Doo-doo. I mean, can I just run through there? Doo-doo. Oh, you have to run through there. Very funny. Okay, so it's only 3 hits. Unreal Engine things. Ooh, that could be so many things. So much stream potential using Unreal Engine. Ow. Oh no, I want that. Whoa. What the heck? That's not cool. No. You stop it. So to the left is green, to the right is blue. What's in the green door? Run, run. No, MTK drew that all on his own. No, MTK's got some skills. Okay. I guess run and jump? Maybe? Gosh, the button configuration could use a little love. Like where run is relative to jump is not not great. Ouch. Get out of the pit, you butthole. No. All right, I'm about to die. I'm fine. This is fine. Oh my gosh, this all seems scary. I haven't saved for a while either, so that's neat. Ugh. Scared. Everything does lots of damage, and I'm scared. If they put me into death, I riot. Okay, I might be able to farm these. What's in here? No, duder. Alright, what's in here? My energy is 1. How did that happen? That's not good. Did that other room hurt me? Just by being in it? Oh, that's an extra. Okay. I see. Okay. I'm still scared though. I'm less scared knowing that. That knowledge helps a little. Oh no, lass. I hope not. I always have that like uncertainty. Like, am I getting sick or is it just existence? Can I make this if I dash? Yes. Oh, but now what? That's not good. Did I soft lock? Oh no, okay, there we go. Okay, it allows you to go back. Okay, cool. So I just gotta run through the whole thing. Everyone, yeah, I figured. I figured. There's a reason. Oh no. Did we turn into the ball? Oh, unless I just can't make it yet. I don't actually know. Can I run and then... No, there's no like... There's no run and turn into the ball. Okay. Ooh, thanks for the... Yeah, I'm gonna... Let's see, because you don't... You have to run there. Yeah, you just can't make it. Okay, that's good to know. Can't make it in my current state. I must get a faster run. There's a P door. Good old-fashioned P door. I got a red door. Hooray! That makes me feel better. Ooh, fish and chips sounds delightful. I ran over that because I was afraid it was going to break. Okay, so now I have 2 energy tanks, and those use themselves automatically. Is that the case? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Cool. Uh-oh. What have I done? Okay, cool. Ooh, what's this? High jump. Hey. We got the high jump life. Hey. High jump, hey. Remember that one that came to life and tried to kill me? I got 2 tanks and a microphone. Where it's at? Say, Miss Aaron. Missiles. Fancy missiles. I got 2 turntables and a microphone. Oh, I gotta kill all the enemies to open Greydar? That's the case? Always? Oh, that's annoying. Selena Kyle. Yeah! I just remember Selena Gomez. I was like, it's a Selena. It's a Selena. Selena Kyle. Sup, girl? Sorry, that was rude. But seriously, sup? Where the heck did that enemy go? The heck? Is it just gone? Oh, all right. That's fine. Just like, bro, it left. I might as well save it. It didn't do the thing. Oh, because it's only when I pick stuff up. Duh. Oh no! How? How do you... I mean, so it eventually died. What if I charge shoot him? That doesn't matter. Okay, I can shoot him with missiles. That's good to know. the arrow. It's like, no, no, no. Go the other way. You don't want to go there. All right, man. I don't know why, B. Yeah, don't try to shoot me, bro. It's just rude. I am just rude and that's fine. All right, go. Even as an additional energy. Yeah. It's like extra. It's like more lives. More lives. Yeah, once you said they refill automatically. I got it. Oh yeah, so those do. I wonder if I get a suit to be able to withstand that, because that room does hurt me. Ouch. Oh, yep, see? So then the question is, when I... Oh, yeah. Okay. Question answered. Never mind. We're good. Alright, so that room is full of hate. Do I have to go through hate room? Because I'm pretty sure I get hurt when I go in here. Yep. Yep. So there's got to be... There's no way they're like, just go through there with your health. So I must get something. Hate cast. Hate. I got hate. Hate. In all my armor plates. Armor plates. I've got hate. Hate. In every armor plate. Armor plate. We're gonna do like Metroid 1. Like, no, bro. Get out of here. No one likes you. Resident Emil, how you doing? Dang, the comedian is probably really good. I'm not good at beatboxing. I just had fun doing it. Thanks for thinking of me. Where am I going? Oh, I can refill my energy. That's right. Recharge. Reboot. Skunky got a 441. I should have known, that little liar. Can I stand on these? That's Skunky. Nope. Skunky's a little liar. Hey, what's going on? JLU, welcome in. Skunky gets a 502. He's like, all right, I'll leave the sub 5 for someone else. But then he left. And he was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that. That little liar. I should have known when he said it. I should have known as soon as he said, I'm going to leave the sub 5 for someone else, that he wasn't being serious. He was lying to himself and us. He might have believed it when he said it, honestly. He might have believed it when he said it. And then he was like, nope. Androppy, welcome in. The game is great so far. I'm just trying to figure out all the things, but I'm enjoying it a lot. Yeah, exactly. He really was. Not like this. Not like this. Karen was looking at him and he was like, don't judge me. And Karen was like, I'm not judging you. I'm just a dog. He's like, yeah, but don't judge me, bro. Here we are. What? Okay, I'm here for that. Do you see that? I dashed onto the little thing. All right, I don't know where I'm going. But yeah, JLU, I'm enjoying the game a lot. I get lost in these games. So there's that. Whoa, that was fast. In his couch. I mean, he might have been in his couch too. He like rolled into his couch like a weird burrito. I could see him doing that. Okay. So, do they really want me? All right, I'm going to save it again, I guess. And it seems like maybe they actually want me to go into the hate. I mean, I'll do it. Yeah, I want to see this. I want to see this skunky. I amateurishly speedrun this game and still get lost. That's fair. Okay, so that makes me feel better. A little bit better. Like the people that know how to play this game still get lost. Oh yeah, these. Screw these things. So, oops, that was excessive. So I must get maybe something else to break through these. So not this way. I hate your bucket. Put your hate in my mouth. I'm hate your bucket. Hate is what I'm about. Hate bucket. We're all gonna run. Hate bucket. Wee! Buckets of hate. So dumb. I hate bucket. Oh no. We're gonna hang about. We sing about hate bucket here. All right, so we saved it at least. Oh no. Okay, so I must have to go all the way around. It's close enough. Close enough to a hate bucket. All right, so we'll go up into the hate up here. I got this bucket. Bucket O'Hare. So I still don't have whatever I need to open the P doors. Somebody told me, I already forgot. There's something for the P door. Oh, what? Can I just jump up here? Is that? Oh no, that's where I came from. Okay, stop it. I'm gonna go through hate and see. This is a PVM. Oh no, I can't go through hate. Yeah, this is a PVM. It's missing the Sony emblem. Somebody pulled it off at some point. Like a turd. I traded my 27-inch Sony PVM for this 19-inch. 27 was just too big. When I got it, I thought bigger is better. Boy, was I wrong. All right, maybe I go. I mean, if I can't go this way. Unreal is kind of crazy. The amount of control. Yeah. Unreal is insane. One of my coworkers is all about that Unreal life. He's always working on like game engine style stuff. How do I get through that one? I guess you must get a faster run. That's the only thing I could think. It's so good, it's unreal. Yeah, it's a Sony. Yeah, my old one was a Sony too. But I'm actually considering swapping out this Sony PVM for a ViewSonic PC monitor, because the ViewSonic PC monitor goes over 1080p. So then I can use an upscaler and make everything look even better, because this PVM only does 480i. The dogs have gone wild. Oh, look at that. All right, all right, all right. I see you. Super missile. I don't like when it won't show me the direction I'm going. Oh, this must be the way, right? Can I get in there now? Oh my gosh. It's so realistic. You're gonna need to change the name to Real. Just Real. Used to work for ViewSonic. Oh man, I wish you saw those monitors. What is happening, Alex?
What's the procedure?
What are you doing, you crazy human? Thank you so much for the raid. Ooh, playing the new Dead Space. Send you a link. Compressed down to 720p because I'm only giving streamable money. I gotta see this. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a lot of gasps. Andy Scheibe, welcome in. Rin, welcome in. Alex Baboon, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for trusting me with your friends. Jerryaki, good morning. How's it going? How is Dead Space? Everybody, this is your opportunity. You can see here for yourself. I want to challenge everybody to write Alex the Baboon's channel bio because you just missed that part. It says insert clever channel bio that will make you follow me here. So can we all just write Alex the Baboon a channel bio, and then he can swap it out every week and see which one works. It'd be like for science. Is it pretty? Oh my gosh, I really want to play that. I liked Dead Space a lot. All right, just have everybody write him a channel bio. I mean, this should honestly be a point redemption on Alex's channel. Like, write my channel bio. You redeem to write the channel bio, and he'll have it up for a week or a month. Like, I have one where you can clip my channel trailer. You can make any clip you want, and then I'll make that my channel trailer. And it's just my channel trailer until it isn't. Yeah, or until it's redeemed again. So that's why you'd have a, like, you'd have to have a redemption, like, cooldown. Where it's like, okay, it's here for at least a week before somebody else can redeem it. Thank you, Elzish. I'm gonna check that out, right? Right? You gotta let people have fun. You gotta let people have fun around here. Look, if you're not gonna do it, Alex, I'll do it. I'll allow people to write my bio. Right? You write whatever you want. One day, Alex was walking down the street singing, as is tradition, when someone said to him, "Hey, you should live stream on Twitch." Well, 47 hours and 3 surgeries later, I created an account. See, we already got a great bio. Emil's already dropping the heat right here. 3 surgeries later. Let's go. That was free. That was free heat from Emil. Oh, we found the weak spot. I'm telling you. Oh wait, I'm missing an enemy. Okay. Okay, let's go to the right, I guess. Wait, but then there's an enemy somewhere. Don't lie to me. I know this door opens. Somebody told me the secrets to your Liza Minnelli. Now I know about them. Ooh, yeah, the Prime remake is actually very good. You know what though? There's a better version of the Prime remake that has already existed for a long time. Yeah, there's Prime Hack. There's like a fan-made Prime Hack for the GameCube that's really good. No, it's not the Wii one. Oh my Jenga. Oh my Jenga. Time out. I wasn't ready. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Okay, none of them gave me. Oh no, somebody gave me health. I'm really enjoying Super Metroid though. Yeah, this is great so far. I don't love that I don't love where run is, because like to run and jump at the same time, you have to like turn your hand all weird. But one of the coolest things about this game is that it allows you to change your button configuration. So I thought I'd play for a little bit and then decide how I want to move my buttons. My one complaint about the button configuration though is that they only allow you to use they only allow you to bind the aim up, like this aim up and aim down. They only allow you to bind those to L and R, which is weird. Like I can't bind that to B if I want to. Yeah, same, Alex. I was so blown away by the fact that they allow you to change your button configuration on the Super Nintendo. Like, just genius. Hey, we found a save. It's super ahead of its time in that regard. I mean, for many other things as well. Destroyer, welcome in. This game is very good so far. It has a lot of really cool stuff about it. Wait, I should have checked for secrets, right? Or did I? I don't know. I get distracted. I can't be responsible. Oh, I think I did this. This seems like something I did. But I didn't check down here. I'm doing good, Nestroya. How are you? Just, you know, I was talking about earlier, I needed a break from like speedrunning things. I was enjoying Shinobi, but at the same time, like, I feel like I just needed something that I could casually play through, because speedrunning can be exhausting sometimes. Oh my god, they're everywhere! Oh, we're gonna die! Oh my gosh! And your butt. Oh my Jenga. That was frightening. We're about to die though, and I haven't saved for a while, so that's... Oh no, 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 I saved. I remember now. It wasn't that long ago, right? Yeah, I saved right over there. We're good. We're golden. Wait, there was stuff down there. How do I get down there? Is default other than swapping select and Y? Oh, interesting. For your button or for your swapping. What I wanted to do is change L to run. That way I can run, jump, and shoot without ever having to move that thumb. But then I wanted to map B to be the angle down, but it wouldn't let me. So then I just lose a button for angle down, which is really dumb. Yeah, thank you, Alex. Yep, playing on the Super Nintendo. Throw chat. Wait, weird hand? You're gonna put weird hand into chat GPT? That was all me. Oh man. Yeah, some Simpsons season. Yeah, Emil is full of just gold. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking us. I was just getting to like burnout points. I'm like, you know what? I need to recognize this in me and chill. Tech Gamer, welcome, man. How you doing? I put that bio in chat GPT and got a lecture of taking care of my health and well-being. They're like, are you okay? AI is checking on Emil now. Like, I don't think this person's stable. Where is the other enemy that's supposedly in here? There's like... I guess it's below. Below me. I'm sure there's somebody on Twitch named Below Me. You're like, I'm hilarious. Nobody will ever have thought of this. Below me. I don't know why they sound like that, but that's the way they sound. Look at, they didn't even use it either. What a turd. That snub asshole didn't even use that name. I'm so mean to this person, I don't even know. Oh man, okay. So I got options here. I could go back to the right and try to figure out that life, or it looks like maybe I can go to the left and go up. Maybe? Ooh, there's hate at the end of that. I kind of want to know about it. I'm gonna look one more time. What's the worst that can happen? I die, right? Who cares? Yeah, what's going on? How you doing? I'm sorry, I'm gonna mess up your name. Murig 7. Can I just call you 7? No, stop it. Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Yeah, first playthrough, definitely very lost most of the time. Just like real life. Just don't call me late for dinner. My dad used to always say that. He probably still does. He probably just says it at random. He's just at the bus stop. I don't know why he's taking the bus. He has a car, but you know, you like what you like. He's like, just randomly to people, just don't call me late for dinner. I'm like, all right, Dad. Oh, Murik. Okay, so I was right. I said Murik. Wait, what the heck? Okay. So there's something to that. I don't want to go out there. Look at all the hate. They're just waiting to mob me. No one likes you. Ah! Ah! No! I think I had the right idea until I didn't. Oh, my Jenga. Someone give me health. Oh, that's not enough health. All right, we're about to die for real. At least we saved it back there. I'd gladly give you $2 on Tuesday for a hamburger today. Gladly. Murik. I mean, I'll give you a... What day is it today, though? Wednesday? So I don't owe you until next week? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, I kind of want to heal up. I'd gladly give you a gladly on gladly for gladly today. And they're like, what? I like that if you shoot the door, they fall off. That's cute. Where is the enemy? Where are the turtles? Where are they? I felt. Popeye. He wants a spinach burger.
Missing.
Wasn't that Wimpy? Was that his name?
Where are the turtles?
Come on, guys, get out of here.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
Where are the turtles? Man, I gotta start work soon. It's a bunch of poop. Where is the enemy? Where is... There's an enemy hiding somewhere, just being a butthole. Being a hiding butthole. I guess I didn't really bomb through all of here to see. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Okay. I mean, we don't know how innocent they are. Like, I don't speak their language. I'm not familiar enough to claim their innocence. Well, I know they deserve every bullet they get. Bleep, blop, bleep, bloop. Was it George Carlin? George Carlin said your birth certificate is proof of guilt. Okay, so that's a door. I need to figure out how I'm supposed to kill things to get in there. Wow, they're gonna make me use this again to get out of here too? Just rude. Okay. So now... Let's go to no fair. That's no fair. I mean, I don't have much of a choice, right? Oh, I do have a bit of a choice. I don't know if I've been over here. Have I? I guess I have. Shooting something called a super missile at something that's main mode of transportation is ammo. Yeah, well, I didn't use a super missile on that. I used, like, I guess we could call it a pea shooter. What if I called it a tickle gun, but then I didn't know that they were allergic to tickling? Am I still at fault? Probably. I hit him with my tickle gun. But I do have to agree. If I shot him with the super missile, that'd be a bit rough. So there's a door up there. There's a door in my bucket. Dear Liza, dear Liza. Ah, no, no. It's got my butt. Ah, okay, I'm fine. Yeah, I feel like at point blank range, it should probably hurt us both, really. That's right. There's a hole in my butt kit. All right, let's see. Oh, I can at least refill my health. I should learn how to save state. Because this is on a power, or what do they call it? SD2 SNES. We'll fix it, dear Henry. Oh yeah, I can't go up here. What am I doing back here? Great. This game's gonna take me all month. USD would probably deem it a humane instant death. Yeah, you know, morals and such. What are morals? Moral Oral. Moral Oral was a great show. Just saying. Oh no! Get off my butt cheeks! Can you stop it?
Stuff is stuff. It's Pico you're looking for. You had better call me
Murik.
back.
It's a lot of getting lost. At least we know that. Okay, so I can get over that by just running off the ledge. I have to claw grip a lot of things. Because of this wonky button config. Okay, so apparently wherever I have to go is down here somewhere. Bleep blop bleep bloop. Bleep blop bleep bloop. Teriyaki, I think you were swapping the turtle head. It was poking out. Alright, to the left is that hallway that I'm not fast enough to get through. Okay, this is the hate. I don't have, like, I feel like I need a new suit to go in that hate room. I don't have whatever I need to explode the P door. I need something for the P door. To the left. I guess I could save, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the config because I don't love the button layout. I don't want. I hate where run is, honestly.